दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
There is no denying that Pakistan is cornered from all sides. The Baloch Liberation Army is going all out against the long-standing, relentless oppression from Islamabad and has now completely toppled the Munir army. Day after day, there are successes for the BLA. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the BLA has no air force, yet they are beating the Pakistanis. They have no navy, but they are beating the Pakistanis because for them, freedom beats in their hearts. The oppression of the Balochis cannot continue. Here's a quick report.
It's Pakistan's deepening crisis in decades. Islamabad has been cornered from all sides. From fighting the TTP to the Baloch Liberation Army to Islamic State Khorasan, Pakistan has lost the plot at its western borders. Amid escalating tensions with India, Pakistan finds itself facing the unstoppable rebellion of the Baloch Liberation Army. The Munir army is out of options. The government is in turmoil. In Balochistan, the rebels are up in arms against long-standing Pak-sponsored oppression. The BLA has now taken over multiple regions, including part of Quetta-Karachi National Highway. In Mangochar, the BLA carried out coordinated attacks. In Khazenai, a Pakistan convoy was stopped from transporting weapons and other military aid to Quetta. And under Operation Kalat, the BLA has seized control of the Kalat city. Recently, 22 Pakistani soldiers were killed in Turbat after a face-off with Baloch rebels. The BLA's recent activities have included a string of high-profile attacks, from IED blasts that killed paramilitary personnel and the hijacking of the Jafar Express passenger train. The uprising is such that 4 guards of the former Home Minister of Balochistan, who the BLA claims has now turned into a proxy for Islamabad, were gunned down as well. In the northwestern province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, the Afghan Taliban does not recognize the Durand line. And the Taliban government has now stepped in against Islamabad after hundreds of Afghan refugees were banished out of Pakistan and made to camp at the Torkham gate close to the Durand border. The Afghan refugees claim zero sympathy from the Shehbaz government after they were given the ultimatum to leave.
نه د کتاله او نه بل شی دا اول ځل دا چې افغانستان ته روان یم نو دلته چې تورخم کې وګورئ نه یو سهولت شته او نه اوبه شته نه تشنابونه شته یو شی پکې نشته نه مې دلته کوز کړي دي نه مې هلته کوز کړي کنټینر یې هلته ولاړ دي مخکې یو سهولت نشته لارې ټولې بندې دي او دلته لګیا دي وروسته نه چاپیا چې هر یو مسلمان هر یو امام مهاجر افغان هر کاروبار ورنه پاتې ده هر یو شی ورنه پاتې خپل کور خپل درګاه هر یو شی ورنه پاتې کېږي او دلته راسې
And now it's the top command of the Taliban who have taken offense to Pakistan's actions.
دا کومه ځلین چې افغانستان ته راوړي موږ ته ډېر ښه تدابیر نیولي دي او داسې څنګه ګېټ راوړي چې خو د افغانستان خاورې ته سفري نقطې ته موږ دوی ته تدابیر نیولي دي ډوډۍ د خوراک د څښاک د هر شي بیا دلته موږ دوی ته کارټونه ورکوو کارټونه ورکړل ته یو مري کیمپ ته دا کوم ځای کې نو دلته یې کله هلته انتقال کړو د مهاجرین هلته هر یو مهاجر سر باندې 15,000 افغانۍ ورکوي نو هر یو فامیل چې د 10 نفره 15 نفره ده.
The Afghan Taliban is now turning out to be Pakistan's migraine. And the Shehbaz government is staring at a multi-front war.
You see, viewers, eventually the map of Pakistan is going to be redrawn very soon. There'll be free Balochistan. Then the Taliban will also claim what is rightly theirs. The Durand line will be rewritten. and all will be left in Pakistan is going to be the state of Punjab in Pakistan. Everything else, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan and Sindh will all be free. Ahmad Musti Khan is a senior journalist who welcome Baloch Spring is joining us tonight. Ahmad Ayub Mirza, activist from POJK, is joining us. Ahmad Musti Khan, to you first. What is the situation on the ground with the BLA? They are fighting a long guerrilla-type war with the Pakistani army. How many successes are they having now?
Thank you for inviting me. I will assure you that the BLA has been on the offensive now for quite some time. And the BLA is actually the BLA and allied Baloch Liberation Front and the other organization, the freedom-loving militants. They have control of Balochistan. The Pakistan military has, some say, during the morning hours for 4 or 5 hours. After that, whole of Balochistan is under the Baloch freedom fighters' control. And that is the reason the former chief minister of Balochistan, Sardar Akhtar Mengal, has become a thorn on the side of this Asim Munir. He is the most fundamentalist general ever in Pakistan's history. He is 10 times worse than General Zia. And Akhtar Mengal said it very clearly on March 11 when the Jafar Express heroic hijacking took place. He said that the Pakistan military does not have even 1 inch of Baloch land in its occupation. And that is why General Asim Munir has become his avowed enemy. And General Sardar Akhtar Mengal has further said, has told the general to, why don't you teach your generations that what had happened in 1971, you should not forget it for 10 generations. You see, this General Asim Munir, he threatened the Baloch that we cannot fight him for 10 generations. This is what he threatened us. I will please appeal to India. India is our brother. India, we have shared heritage. We have a lot of love for India. India should not consider us as a distant neighbor, but as a part of South Asia, of which India is the leader.
I have a little problem with your video frame, but I got the message there. Till I fix your video frame, I want to ask, Deepak Vora, are we doing enough for the Baloch? Here's a great opportunity. They're the oxygen for Pakistan. They're the money, the minerals, the resources for Pakistan. Everything is coming from Balochistan. Should we be not more actively supporting them?
Thank you very much, sir. Always a delight, a privilege, a pleasure to be with you on your channel and learn from you and your other colleagues. You have said, shouldn't we be doing more to help Balochistan? Do you remember the language that these jokers in Islamabad would use when Kashmir was in flames? Oh, we only give them moral and diplomatic support. That's all that I'm doing in Balochistan. So of course, I'm doing more, but I would call it moral and diplomatic support. Sir, I've been attending Baloch movements, not in Pakistan, but in New York. They have a movement going on there, and I've joined it, and I've attended several of the meetings. They are very clear. No doubt, Pakistan out. What we should be doing now, and we are doing it now, is raising this issue at every forum. Balochistan's challenge is not the territory. They have huge land. It's numbers. Now they have teamed up with TTP and other friendlies in inverted commas, to clobber the Pakistani army. I don't know whether you've heard this news also, that even today, the Pakistanis were withdrawing some of their divisions from Balochistan to send them to the border with us, and that's when the IEDs went off and a lot of fellows were killed. The Pakistanis will lie through their teeth, and that fool Munir goes around saying, we'll fight them, we'll do this, they are the jewel in the crown or something like that, jewel on our forehead. He doesn't realize they don't want you, period, go away. You're being seen as an occupation army, sir. And when you are seen as an occupation army, I should know this, sir, they don't like you. They don't want you. Period. So go away. Leave them alone. Try and save what you can of Punjab. Otherwise, you'll lose even that. I conclude by saying, sir, I've seen this when I was your ambassador to Sudan for many years. They were fighting the South. It was pretty much of a stalemate. And then West Sudan, Darfur erupted. Sudanese said, let's keep Darfur, let the South go. The South went. Darfur is still in flames. So I think Pakistan has to make this choice. Do we keep Punjab or do we lose all of our country?
Now, in the present situation here, before I come to Amjad Ayub Mirza, Major Samar Paltur, I want your military sense of the staying power of the BLA. I mean, what kind of arms and ammunition do they have? They flow like water, they say, where they are invisible, they move very quickly, but they have a lot of local support. What's keeping them going is local support. They are the heroes. If you're part of the BLA, you are a hero across Balochistan today. But is that enough? And how does the present situation converge with Baloch interests and India's interests?
Arnab, if we look at the terrain and especially the Pashtun tribe, so the Pashtuns are in good terms with the Baloch, number one. Number two, the illegal gun markets of Peshawar, you give them a weapon, they'll make it in 48 hours, they'll give it to you in a working condition. So basically there is no dearth of supply of small arms. I repeat, there is no dearth of small arms and ammunition to the BLA. Number two. Number three, the amalgamation or the good terms of Taliban, TTP with the BLA, BRA and BLF is again fueling in a massive blow to the Pakistan forces. So the thing is that it is the actual collaboration of all these different factions which is giving Pakistan a tough time. And as far as the ammunition and weapon part is concerned, see, they're all small caliber weapons. But if things get ugly, there can be ways and means to provide them with anti-helicopter missile systems or anti-air assets, which are man-pads. I wouldn't go further into details, but that can be a possibility and it will get very ugly. It's going to be the repeat of 1989 against the Russians. This is going to be against the Pakistan army.
Now,
but we have to take a decisive call.
Yeah.
We got to come out in the open and support them.
Yeah. Viewers, I want to tell you at 9 o'clock tonight, I will be giving my overall assessment. I will include all the three factors: political, geostrategic, diplomatic, military. I will also link up issues like Balochistan, Gilgit-Baltistan, what's happening on the Durand line with our own mobilization and give you a full picture tonight. And tonight at 9 o'clock, I'm not getting any other guests, not because I want to hear my own voice, but because I want to connect the dots for you and give you a sense which will help you gather your thoughts on what's happening now. I've had too many FAQs coming to me. Now, I'm a great believer in Balochistan. I'm a great supporter of Balochistan. I believe in the secularism of Balochistan, but more importantly, I believe in the pride of the people of Balochistan. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go to Amjad Ayub Mirza, I am told, Amjad Sahab, that any Pakistani general or colonel or brigadier who goes to Balochistan ends up buying quite a few apartments in London or in Switzerland. They go to Balochistan, they squeeze out the assets, the uranium, the mines, the oil, the gas production, the copper, the gold. Balochistan is a museum of minerals. And it's completely being exploited right now by the Pakistani army. I'm told if you want to finish the Pakistani army, take away Balochistan. Balochistan goes, the money of the Pakistani goes away. Pakistani army goes away. Do you agree with that? And how do you assess things? Please.
Is that a question for me?
Yes, sir, it is to you in the context how you are seeing it from Pakistan, occupied Kashmir, Gilgit.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, we are jubilant about what is going on right now, and especially that India has now become very sensitive to regional terrorism. Not that they were not sensitive to regional terrorism, but now they have categorically announced that they're going to handle it, they're going to tackle it, and they're going to smash it. Balochistan, you very rightly said, any corps commander or lower level senior officers who are posted in Balochistan mint money. That is because they are also involved in the smuggling of fuel from Iran, and they, sell that in the black market. They steal Balochistan's minerals, and several times truckloads of graphite and other minerals have been caught by the local police at the checkpoints.
and there have been issues there. But in generally speaking, I think that the POJK, people of POJK have now started to take Baloch struggle seriously. Before they were thinking these are like individual guerrilla attacks and, here and there sometimes. But now, since the beginning of the year, they have seen that Baloch liberation fighters, whichever faction they are from, are all now united in BRAS. And BRAS is like a union of, like a united front of all militant organizations fighting for the independence of Balochistan. And that has given a lot of hope and courage and to the people of POJK. And I have been receiving calls for a very long time now, this year, I mean, that लोग कहते हैं सर हम पहाड़ों पे चलते हैं हमें असला मिल जाए हम पहाड़ों पे जाते हैं POJK के and Muzaffarabad is surrounded by mountains, nobody can get us. And we go and we fight, and I keep telling them, no, don't do that. This is not the time.
What will China do? Because it's got all its money packed up in CPEC. Ahmad, what will China do? I was told that even when the Baloch Liberation Army freedom fighters are being interrogated or tortured, even during their torture sessions, there are Chinese who are present. The Chinese are very, very vested in Balochistan. What will they do?
Of course, they are present according to my information.
I would like to point out that the de facto Prime Minister of Balochistan, Dr. Mahrang Baloch, has been imprisoned by this Hitlerite General Asim Munir, illegally, along with other leading woman leaders, which include Bibu Baloch, which includes Gulzadi Baloch. I will tell you one thing. You are right that the Chinese are their extremely close strategic ally of the Pakistan military. But the thing is, I can assure you, when India has got the support of 90% of the Baloch people, if the Indian Navy comes onto the Baloch port, the Baloch will shower rose petals on them. Rest assured, the Baloch people have a strong bonding with India.
Yep.
I call Pakistan Lord Mountbattenistan. There is no doubt that this Pakistan is a failed British project. It was the idea of Winston Churchill, Lord Zetland, who was the West Bengal governor and then the Secretary of State. The Lahore Resolution, the so-called, was the brainchild of Lord Zetland. So this is the failed British project. The Punjabi generals should say sorry to Mother India.
Yeah.
They have taken away so many innocent Indian lives.
And they will pay.
When the Mumbai terror attack happened, Arnabji, you can look up. I'm not joking. I was the first who said that ISI is involved in the Mumbai terror attack.
Yes,
and the PTI, Press Trust of India, you can see it was my statement first.
I have no doubt.
Even your leaders did not say that at that time.
No, I agree with you, Ahmad.
Now
you
is
see
the time. You cannot let this terrorist entity
No, we can't. We can't do that. We have to look at
India's
Balochistan very, very strategically. We have to support the Baloch people. They are fighting a very difficult war, and the human rights abuses are just grotesque. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for that. That analysis continues. Remember, there's only one network that speaks for the Balochi people. Only one network that has multiple reporters across Balochistan. Only one network that is all along the Durand line, and that is your network, the Republic Media Network. When I come back, I will give you as intense and straightforward an analysis over 1 hour that I personally can of the present situation. Please join me.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप